Hello everyone. My name is Dr. P. Balaraju, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, SRR Gout Arts and Science College, Karimnagar. So today we are going to discuss about eukaryotic DNA replication and telomerase activity. Okay. So in earlier classes we have discussed about prokaryotic and eukaryotic DNA replication and their differences. Okay. So here one of the most important thing in eukaryotic DNA replication, actually I would like to mention three aspects. One is here eukaryotic DNA is more longer than the prokaryotic DNA. That is why in prokaryotic DNA, only one origin of replication site is enough to complete the total replication of DNA. Because in prokaryotic organisms like bacteria, it has only one chromosome, right, or one plasmid. It is a little DNA content. So it is enough to complete replication by means of only one ORC, origin of replication. But whereas in eukaryotic DNA, it is more longer, it has more number of base pairs. So to complete such a long, such a large DNA replication, it has to be started many times at many points. In one of the region, there are more than two, three origin of replications or origin of means replication bubbles will start at one area at a time in one region to complete the replication of one chromosome, right? So like that, many sites at many sites, a many group of origin of replications will start at a time, and every replication bubble carries on bidirectionally, so they can carry on copying the DNA or replication. So at some time they can merge at a point, so they can complete all over the DNA replication in eukaryotic DNA replication. Okay, so this is the DNA replication schematic diagram. So here the blue one is the helicase, right? This is a helicase enzyme. So in replication bubble we are watching only one side fork. So it is bidirectional. What I would like to say that at a region, more than one replication bubbles start to complete the DNA replication. So in particular region, many replication bubbles or many origin of Cs will start the replication. So this group of replication bubbles are called as replicon. So on many chromosomes, many replicons will start. Altogether, they can merge at some point and they can complete the DNA replication. This is one aspect. The second aspect is that the speed of the DNA replication. In prokaryotic DNA, the speed is much faster than eukaryotic DNA replication. So in eukaryotic DNA replication, the speed is 30,000 base pairs per minute. They can replicate, they can copy into the new strand, right? So moreover, in prokaryotic DNA replication, only three types of enzymes will participate. Main enzymes, DNA replication 1, 2, 3. But whereas in eukaryotic DNA replication, there are 5 types of DNA polymerases. They can meet for a special function, each and every one. DNA polymerase alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, right? And moreover, the speed of the DNA replication is 3000 base pairs per minute only. The speed is much slower than the prokaryotic DNA replication. You know why eukaryotic DNA replication is such a slow? Why it is very slow compared to prokaryotic? Simple answer. Because eukaryotic DNA can be arranged into the nucleosomes. It is such a large DNA. Altogether it measures 1 meter. You know. So 1 meter DNA which can be arranged into nucleosomes. They can further arrange into solenoid models. They can further arrange into, they can coil into super solenoid models, and moreover they can condense into the chromosomes. So like that, here the means coiling itself, the arrangement of the DNA is quite difficult and complex. So during the replication, the DNA has to be separated. So here DNA is arranged into nucleosomes. Nucleosome nothing but a 8 histomer proteins, a 8 histone proteins. They can act as an actomer of histone. 4 kinds of histone proteins, each of 2. They can arrange in 2 tiers. It is a block-like structure. The DNA wraps around this histone actomer twice. Okay, so this is called as nucleosome. So during the DNA replication, this nucleosome has to be unwound and the DNA strands has to be separated by the helicase enzyme. So obviously the the replication speed is very slow, so that is the reason, and eukaryotic DNA replication is very much slower than the prokaryotic DNA. And the third aspect is that one of the most important thing is, all of you know, eukaryotic organisms have some chromosomes, specific number of chromosomes for a specific species, right? For example, human species has, every human body, every human cell, human species has 46 chromosomes. Okay, like that, Pisum sativum has 14 chromosomes, right? So like that, the number of chromosomes for every species is very very special, specific. So here, every end, the end portion of the chromosome is known as telomere. Telomere. What we can say, that telomere. Okay. The end portion of the either of the ends, end portion of the chromosome is known as telomere. So here telomere, there is a special kind of sequence, a repetitive, tandemly repetitive short base pair sequence is there. It is repeated for many times, hundreds and thousands of times, sometimes thousands of times it is repeated tandemly. Okay, so at end of the chromosome there is a short stretch of sequence. It can be repeated thousands of times. So this repetitive DNA portion of chromosome at end of the chromosome is known as telomere. Okay, I will show you, right? So this telomere, the length of the telomere is corresponds to the number of times the cell has to undergo divisions. Okay, if any chromosome has much longer telomere sequence, obviously that cell has the cell will undergo many cytotic divisions, many cell divisions, right? If the telomere sequence is very short, it will undergo a few number of cell divisions. Why? Because, do you know? Right, there is a reason. So actually, the telomere, the short repetitive sequence is catalyzed by one enzyme, that is telomerase. That is telomerase enzyme. Just you see here, right? This is telomerase enzyme. Okay, so telomerase enzyme has itself within it a short stretch of RNA. Telomerase is an enzyme. It consists of a short RNA stretch, a short piece of RNA. It has the base pair sequence is A U C C C. Okay, only six base pairs repeat. Six base pairs a stretch of RNA has within that telomerase enzyme. Okay, A U C C C, right? And moreover, this telomerase enzyme, okay, based on this sequence, based on the RNA sequence, this telomerase enzyme, right, can catalyze the length of the DNA sequence. Okay, so correspondingly on DNA strand, according to the means complementary strands, complementary base pairs will added. Okay, every time six base pairs added to the DNA strand, they are T T A G G G. Okay, in telomere there is a repetitive sequence, that is T T A G G G. So it is exactly complementary to the RNA stretch which has in telomerase enzyme. Okay, so these two are the complementary sequences based on the telomerase enzyme within its RNA sequence. This enzyme can every time can add the six base pairs. Okay, and further move to the next round. Okay, so like that it will every time add six base pairs to the end of the DNA strand, that is moreover on lagging strand. Okay, on lagging strand, you know, during the DNA replication, two strands are separated. One strand is known as leading strand. Second strand is known as logging strand. On leading strand, only one primer is enough to start and continue and complete the DNA replication without disturbance. Only one primer can start and replication continues till end of the strand. Okay, leading strand, there is no disturbance, there is no break at all. Okay, the DNA replication continues in the direction 5 prime to 3 prime direction, but the problem arises whereas on lagging strand, you know. So I will show you, sorry, right. This is leading strand, this is a logging strand. On logging strand, okay, these two strands are complementary, they are parallel, but they are running in opposite direction. But the replication goes in same direction, 5 prime to 3 prime direction. That is why the second strand, you know, the lagging strand has to make a turn. Okay, it will make a turn into the DNA polymerase enzymes clamp, beta clamp, you know. So that's why, you know, this is a turn. So this makes a turn and continues DNA replication by as a number of pieces. Okay, so these pieces are known as Okazaki fragments. So every Okazaki fragment needs a new primer. So according to that, many Okazaki fragments, right? Lagging strand replicates as a pieces, right? As a fragments. They are called as Okazaki fragments. So every time there is a new primer is needed to start the Okazaki fragment replication, right? Every time small portion replicated, right? So ends there, and this turn some moves to the means it moves to the progressive, it moves somewhat, and second time another primer needed. This will continue the replication for a short distance. Okay, and this turn moves forward, and again there is a new primer will needed, and it will continues replication for a short distance, like that. Every time a short portion is replicated, every time new primer is needed. So like that, on lagging strand the replication goes on as a fragments. Okay, so these fragments are called as Okazaki fragments. But whenever the replication reaches to the end, okay, end site of the lagging strand, there is no much space to accommodate the primer on lagging strand, because at end portion of the lagging strand there is no space to accommodate the primer, right? So what will happen? The short portion cannot be replicated if it is left over. So what will happen? Some of the essential genetic portion is not replicated into the new strand. So like that, every time during the DNA replication, a small stretch is not replicated on lagging strand. Okay, every time short DNA stretch is left over. So what will happen after some replication cycles? The DNA length will decrease. Okay, if it is a essential gene portion, what will happen? The cell or total organism may die, it becomes lethal. Okay, but it is not happening in the reality. So here the telomerase can play a critical role. On logging strand, telomerase enzyme, based on its RNA stretch, I told you that is, okay, that is A U C. Based on this stretch, telomerase enzyme can increase the length of the lagging strand many times, every time, which can add a 6 base pair stretch on logging strand. Okay, complementary base pairs, that is every time on logging strand of DNA a small stretch, that is T T A G G G. This short stretch can be repeated many times. Okay, every time this portion can be added by telomerase enzyme, like that lagging strand length is increased much more times. Okay, so this can facilitate the means complete the transcription on lagging strand. Okay, right? So this is repeated many times. Okay, hundreds of times, sometimes thousands of times. This stretch is repeated at the end of the DNA segment, end of the chromosome. So this repeated sequence is known as telomere. This can be increased by enzyme telomerase. Okay. So that is why there is no problem of, okay, a leftover of essential genes during the DNA replication, right? Okay. And I will show you, right, this is increasing of the length of the lagging strand by telomerase enzyme, right? So if you see the red portion, the red portion is increased by telomerase enzyme, okay, that is okay, many times repeated. This is also the green enzyme is telomerase, right? After it will increase many times, it will add many times the repetitive sequence. Later on, the purple color one is enzyme, DNA polymerase enzyme, which can replicate the remaining portion of the, right, DNA, essential part of the DNA, right? And there is a one more problem, right? uh, did you remember him? His name is Nihal. Okay, Nihal. He has some a rare disease, that is progeria. Progeria. That means early aging disease. Early aging. His age is about 15 years, but he looks like a 60 years old man. The symptoms are 60 years old man, looking like a 60 years old man, but his actual age is only 15 years, right? That is the disease called as early aging. That is known as progeria disease. That is also known as Hutchinson Gilford disease. Hutchinson Gilford disease, right? In Nihal, he is the Indian face of progeria disease, right? He lacks telomerase enzyme. Simply, he lacks telomerase enzyme, right? He didn't have telomerase enzyme. That is why there is no increase in the means DNA stretch, right? So what will happen every time the cell division goes on, every time replication happens, some portion of the DNA left over, okay, it is not unscribed. So that's why what will happen, some essential genetic portion will means left over, okay, it is not subscribed, means it is not replicated into the new copy of DNA. So after subdivisions what will happen, what will happen after some divisions, what will happen, some essential genetic information will lost, right? So this is known as, this lack of telomerase enzyme causes progeria disease, right, early aging disease, right? So here I would like to conclude with one sentence. The length of the telomere, the length of the telomere is uh, correlated to the number of times of cell division, number of times of replication. If the length is more, the cell will undergo many replications or many cell divisions. If the telomerase length is short, the cell divisions also very few. Okay. So here the length and the number of cell divisions or number of cycles of DNA replication, they are correlated, right? They are proportional to the each other, right? Okay. So by lacking of telomerase enzyme, Nihal has progeria disease, right? That is early aging disease, right? So this is also one of the difference in between prokaryotic DNA replication and eukaryotic DNA replication, right? So in telomerase plays a uh, crucial role in DNA replication in eukaryotic organism, especially in human beings. Okay, thank you very much. right? Are you see here, Nihal with great actor Amir Khan, right? Based on the Nihal true story, there is a Bollywood movie acted by Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, actually I didn't remember the movie name. I think Papa something like that. Okay, right.